Having missed out on very many games since the game of Everton when he created an assist for Martinelli Gabriel as he scored the fourth goal for Arsenal in that game at Emirates, a player known as Nketiah has found himself back into the training sessions of Arsenal for the very first time since then. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, today is really a day that Nketiah has returned into the training session or the group training session of Arsenal. Remember, he got an ankle injury, and by then even Jesus was not ready to come in through and really play the beautiful game of football for Arsenal. But obviously God was with them, and they've gone ahead to win very many games courtesy of Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, and Leandro Trossard. Rokani David is my name. Don't forget to subscribe. Now, as it stands, you're going to talk a little bit about Lolen Maya, an Arsenal legend, talk about the title race of Arsenal, and then Gabriel Martinelli and what it means to Gabriel Martinelli when Nketiah returns. That means a lot of things as far as Mikel Arteta team selection should be really considered in the remaining games of football. Now, God loves Arsenal, as I've always told you, that if Arsenal were not to win this trophy, according to me, Ramsdale doesn't make that save of Konate in the dying minutes. That straight goes into the back of the net. But the way he pulled out that ball from the net, it was off from the goal mouth. It was really miraculous, and it surprised very many people. Until now, people are still having lots of questions on how Ramsdale made it happen. You know, he pulled out a worldie. That will be one of the best saves in the league. Trust me, this month of April, if they are to vote the save of the month, that save will be the one to win. I see no save coming in through to beat that. I see nothing short like that save winning. You know, that save that he makes was really incredible. And now, Arsenal have gotten an injury boost of Nketiah. He's back in the training of Arsenal, and you know what he did for Arsenal when Jesus was away. At least he really gave in those numbers for Arsenal. I think he scored how many goals? Were they 6? In those games that he played, I remember he scored against West Ham. He scored against Brighton. He scored a brace against the team they played. Is it Oxford? Then he came in through. The team did he score against? I think scored like 4 or 5 goals and had some assists in there for you. So that is Nketiah for you. But stories coming in from Arsenal have gone ahead to indicate to us that Nketiah could make his comeback versus West Ham. If not this weekend, then he should definitely return to the match with Southampton a week on Friday. Now, having Nketiah back has a lot of impact that is really positive on the team of Arsenal. Do you know why? That means Leandro Trossard is no longer going to be played as a false number 9. Every time Arteta would like to really rest Jesus or really get Jesus off the pitch, he will get in, he'll get on Nketiah on the field of play to lead the line, and that means Trossard is going to be tussling it out with Martinelli for that position, meaning that is going to create that's going to create a lot of competition in the team of Arsenal. And this is Nketiah for you, training with Arsenal in the afternoon today at London Colney. That is Nketiah for you, and that is him. All these are hell-end products. This is Nketiah, Reece Nelson, and Bukayo Saka as they really posed for the photo at London Colney. But to me, I believe for Nketiah, his return is so much important for the team of Arsenal. You know, sometimes you always want to rest Gabriel Martinelli if at all Arsenal is like 3 goals up and you are looking for options, and then you are short of options. You leave Martinelli on the field of play because you know that you're not having a center forward to go in and lead the line when you take off Jesus. So if at all Nketiah is back, Arteta will find himself in a situation of having a player to really go in and really see Jesus rested, because I believe Arsenal is going to be killing off these games early enough. He's going to be killing off these games early enough, and I think it's really going to be so much important for the team of Arsenal to have Nketiah back. But where does it leave Martinelli and Leandro Trossard? That means Arteta will have to either think of benching Bukayo Saka sometimes and really start Trossard, or even bench Martinelli and start Leandro Trossard, because Trossard to me is a player that shouldn't be playing on the bench of Arsenal every game. Benching him for the game of Liverpool, it's okay, but against West Ham, you bench him. Against Southampton, you bench him. That won't go well for him, meaning that maybe in one of those games, Martinelli might start himself onto the bench, because Trossard needs to start some games, because he has shown us that every time he starts, he makes a lot of impact that is really providing positive results of 3 points to Arsenal. That's it. Now, I think Arteta is really blessed to be having this man coming back. You know, having very many options, it's a positive. Arteta, in one presser, he revealed to us that he would rather have all his players fit and have that headache of choosing who to start and who to bench than not having all his players available and having just limited players to come in and really, or a limited range of choice for him to make, you know. So as it stands, Arteta is in the right mood, and obviously is having very many players back, and this lad known as Nketiah looks like he's going to be back. He's going to be back after the game. He's going to be back like on the weekend or in the Southampton game at Emirates. So will he rush him back? I think you only bring him back when everything is really settled and this player is really so much important and ready to go. We've been told that Arsenal's Gabriel Martinelli has now scored more league goals, 14, than any Brazilian in Europe's top 5 leagues, and this season surpassing Neymar's 13. That is Martinelli. And now this leaves a lot of dilemma. This leaves Arteta in an ocean of questions as far as he's going to really go ahead and really pick his front three. The return of Nketiah puts him in a position of really having to play Trossard, Nketiah, sometimes, you know, Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka, undroppable. But how is he going to go on that scenario? Because you really look at it and ask yourself, what is it all going to be about in the team selection of Mikel Arteta? Because Martinelli is the informed player. He has gone ahead to put in lots of stats this season. That's it. And he needs time. Trossard needs time. Nketiah needs time, you know? So how is he going to go on with it? I think he has to stay with his starting 11. That's it. But however much you keep your starting 11, you need to do some rotations. But are those rotations going to be made by Mikel Arteta? Because at the start of the season, Arteta was not making those rotations because he was really naming unchanged team game in, game out. Not until he started getting injuries of Thomas Partey, Tomiyasu, and very many. Sorry about that. And very many others. But as it stands, he's into a very, very difficult situation. But he has already told us that he enjoys such a situation of really having all his players fit and having a dilemma or a confusion of really choosing on who to play and not to play. And now, the into title race we all know. Then the Arsenal former right back from Cameroon known as Laurent Maya Bitem has gone ahead and be told us that there is huge pressure at Man City from everyone involved to win the Champions League. They've held during Pep's time there to win it. So for these games, they'll put out their strongest side. They will need full intensity, everything to come through their European stages. All this effort they'll need to give could benefit Arsenal. I also think that if Arsenal are going to win the league, it was not a bad scenario that they lost to Sporting Lisbon and they're out of the UEFA Europa League. All right. Then he said, Arsenal have a young and relatively small squad that is not used to playing every 3 or 4 days at full intensity, and I don't think the squad we are going to go a distance in both. So I think that it could benefit Arsenal that Man City are still into the Champions League, and this is something that has not been addressed very well. You know, right now City is playing against Bayern Munich, but However much they're having a squad that is really so much broad, that does not guarantee them or give them a chance to really find themselves in a position of really winning every game into the Premier League. I've seen people say that Arsenal drew against Liverpool, they really bottled their trophy winning chances. I told them that, you guys, Arsenal came here last season and was beaten 4-0. Man City came there this season, was beaten by 1-0. United was at Anfield, it lost 7-0. Arsenal have come in through and really gotten a draw, and they were in a better position of winning the game, though the game management failed them. So I think City is also having another problem, that they are into the Champions League and they're not going to rest, So Arsenal is not in any tournament apart from the Premier League. They're left with 8 games, and their previous 8, they've gone ahead to win 7 and draw 1. If you are to really draw that, if you are to really export or import that form into the remaining 8 games, that gives Arsenal a sure deal to win the trophy. That's it. Because if they draw with City and win the remaining 7, they'll find themselves in a position of really winning. And for City, these 2 games they're going to play against Bayern Munich are really going to be so much stretch to them. They're going to stretch them a lot, and for that, for my own opinion, I think that really benefits Arsenal, because Arsenal out of the UEFA Europa League, as Roland Betem has gone ahead and be revealed to you that Arsenal are out of the Champions League. So guys, your thoughts on Nketiah returning are welcome in the comment section below. Then what do you think about Lauren Mayer's situation, and how do you think Mikel Arteta is going to go ahead and address these issues of really choosing these players? Because when you look at Nketiah returning, if Nketiah returns, that's really important, but he's having Leandro Trossard and very many other players. Guys, I sign out for now. See you later. Rodri has gone ahead to score for Man City in the 27th minute, and Man City are leading by 1-0. Jan Sommer couldn't deny that effort of Rodri to count. May the Almighty bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later. Bye-bye.